Okay, so I know yesterday I said I wasn't gonna upload a video because I'm depressed, but the thing is I'm not defeated, so we're gonna make a video anyway, okay? Um, I'm sorry, please don't leave. But yeah, I recently watched the entire ClickBait show thing that Netflix produced, and yeah, I just kind of want to give my thoughts on it and my opinion on how good or bad it was and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do today, because I can't stay away. I'd like you guys, let's get into it. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what ClickBait is, it is a Netflix original show. It's a limited series, so it's just going to be the one season, supposedly. But you know how they can be with those things. Sometimes they find a way to make another season. But anyway, it's starring... I actually don't know any of these actors or actresses. But it's Adrian Grenier, Zoe Kazan, Betty Gabriel, Jesse Collins, and a handful of other people. But I'm not gonna spoil anything this early on. I'm gonna spoil stuff later in the video. So just if you're planning to watch it, don't. I'll give you a spoiler warning when I get to that point. But yeah. So ClickBait. In episode 1, you meet this family of the Brewers, and they're at family dinner. Blah 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 blah. There's an argument, and the next day you follow Pia to her work, and she finds a video of her brother Nick, who is being held hostage, and a video was uploaded that says, once this hits 5 million views, I die, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it says, but you get the idea. And yeah, so that's kind of how it starts you off, and it doesn't really give you a whole lot of information. Like, there is a twist constantly. Like, I feel like every episode they make a twist, and you find out information that kind of makes everything you learned before kind of pointless. But yeah, if you are planning to watch it, pause this video until you finish watching it and then come back, because this is about as much as I can really say without getting into spoilers. Okay, now that we've gotten the spoiler-free part out of the way, I'm gonna give a few more seconds here while we wait for anybody who possibly wanted to click off before watching the show. I'm gonna get into some more of the later episodes and just kind of my overall opinion on the show and that kind of stuff. So as you go through, you find out that Nick's wife cheated on him with a teacher at their kid's school. I'm pretty sure is who the connection. It's a little fuzzy. I kind of was watching it in the background, but I was paying like 70% attention to the show, so it's fine. But yeah, so she had an affair with this dude, and you're led to believe that Nick, the father of 2 boys and husband of Sophie, you're led to believe that he was also on dating sites and cheating on Sophie. And that's like one of the big twists, is that, he was doing all this stuff too. And like he was flying out to LA, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, that's the first big twist. Then another one comes later on, not too long after that, where it turns out that he wasn't actually cheating. He wasn't even on these dating sites. It was somebody impersonating him, so you're left wondering, who could that be? So Pia goes to I think it was like a YMCA or like a school or something where he worked. He was a volleyball coach, which had a whole other plot about a girl being sexually assaulted, or not sexually assaulted. Her nudes were leaked or something like that. Something like that with one of the other coaches. And you're led to believe that it was Nick, but it turns out that's not the case. But anyway, she goes into Nick's friend, who also works at this place. She goes into his office and gets on his computer and sees the pictures that were on the profile. So you're led to believe, what's this guy's name? I think it's Matt. Yeah. You're led to believe that Matt is the one who was pretending to be Nick on these dating sites, right? So at this point in the show, you already know who it was. Well, you think you know who killed him, but in reality, you know who kidnapped him and let him go. Because the guy who kidnapped him was the brother of a girl who killed herself because she thought that she was talking to Nick, and the person pretending to be Nick told her that they didn't care if she killed herself. So he realizes before killing Nick that it's not actually Nick, that it was somebody pretending to be Nick. And that's he let Nick go, so you're left wondering, okay, Nick's dead, who actually killed him? And this all builds up to the big reveal that's like the last real twist, is that the person that was pretending to be Nick was actually an old lady. And I kind of got confused with that, but basically she worked as like an administrator or like a receptionist or something at the place where they worked. And had access to all of the information about Nick, knew about the affair, all that kind of stuff, and was basically carrying out these online relationships with these people using a voice changing modifier and just talking to them all the time. And so she was the one behind the fake accounts. But yeah, you still don't know who it is that killed Nick, right? So Nick's kids, Ethan and Kai, well, Ethan in particular, realizes what's going on, that the accounts aren't Nick, and he finds out with the help of his friend who it actually was. So he goes and confronts the old lady. I can't remember her name. Sorry. But he goes there, and when he realizes that it's just an old lady and it's the lady from his dad's work, he just kind of is like, oh, whatever. My brother must have been messing on me. Because Kai's the one that goes. I think I misspoke. Kai's the one that went. Ethan was the one who knew what the address was for. And Kai went there with a baseball bat, like, oh, I'm going to beat this person up. Right? But yeah. So, anyway, obviously, you come to find out the old lady and her husband are the ones that are responsible for Nick's death. The husband was the one that actually did it. They kidnap the boy, Kai, and basically are planning to kill him to cover their tracks, even though at that point everybody knows what happened, pretty much. Maybe not all the details, but like they know. The cops end up following them to this barn. They catch up with them. They arrest the woman. The man tries to hold Kai hostage at first, then lets him go, and doesn't submit to the police, and the police kill him. So yeah, that's basically the overall plot, right? So my thoughts on the whole thing. I don't know. It was a good show. I have to really applaud them for the amount of twists and turns they threw at you, because really I didn't see it coming, and usually I'm decent at knowing when something feels wrong. Like some of the twists I could kind of tell were like misdirects, but I never expected it to be the old lady and her husband. That completely caught me off guard, and I'm honestly impressed. But yeah, I'd love to know any thoughts you guys have about it if you have watched it. But it was really good. It was really good. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I wasn't going to make a video because I'm dealing with some depressing stuff right now, and I had more stuff happen today, but it's chill. I'll get through it. and I'll keep bringing you guys videos like this every single day. Peace.